Okay, so in our previous session, we already have discussed about the set. So we have seen what are the characteristic of the set and what are the functions we have in the set. So in continuation to collection type of data types, today we are going to discuss about the tuple. What is the characteristic of the tuple and what are the functions we have? Some people are saying this is a tuple, some people are saying this is a tuple. Okay, so now this you guys already know. We have five different type of collections: string, list, tuple, set, and dictionary. String we have done, list we have done, set we have done. Today we are going to discuss about the tuple. So as the basic property you can see here, tuple comes under where? Tuples comes under the ordered sequence. So the basic properties you guys already know about the ordered sequence. Ordered sequence allow duplicate, insertion order preserve based on how we have given the value. So these are the basic property what we have for the ordered sequence that you will get. So now other than that, what are the characteristics of the tuple we have? So tuple is used to represent a set of homogeneous and heterogeneous element into a single entity. This, as you guys already know, any collection, any collection is able to do the able to basically keep the homogeneous as well as heterogeneous element. And you guys already know what is the meaning of the homogeneous and heterogeneous that I already explained you. But maybe if someone forgot, so simple meaning is homogeneous means similar kind of element and heterogeneous means different kind of element. So any collection is able to keep a heterogeneous element means you can keep the string, you can keep integer, decimal, boolean, any value. Tuple objects are immutable. That means once if we create a tuple, later we cannot modify that tuple object. This is the important point. Okay. So tuple basically, tuples objects are what? Immutable. Like previously we have seen list is what? List is the mutable. String is what? String is immutable. So similarly, tuple objects are immutable. So once we have created the tuple, after that we cannot modify. All elements are separated by comma and enclosed by the parenthesis. So like previously, we already have seen list when we are creating the list. List is enclosed by the square bracket. Set is enclosed by the curly braces. And now today we are discussing about the tuple. So tuple is enclosed by the normal bracket or parenthesis. And all the element is separated by what? Separated by the comma. Parentheses are what? Parentheses are optional. Parentheses are optional means that is up to you. If you want, you can keep the parentheses. Otherwise, if you will not write that also will not create any problem. Tuples allow duplicate elements. So in the tuple, we can keep the duplicate elements. Every element in tuple has its own index number. So as because tuple comes under the ordered sequence, and in ordered sequence anything we can access with the help of the index number. So similarly, in tuple also, we can get the element with the help of the index number. Tuple support both forward and indexing as well as backward indexing. So I believe you guys already know about the forward indexing and backward indexing. Forward indexing in the index number is start from 0, and backward indexing index number is start from -1. Forward indexing start from 0 and backward indexing start from -1. If we take only one element in the tuple, then we should use comma after the single element, that I will show you because this is important question for the interview. Tuple can be used as key to the dictionary. There are many ways to create a tuple. Like we have the tuple function. We can create the tuple with with parenthesis and without parenthesis also. Tuple is immutable, but list is mutable. That I already told you. Now coming to the create a tuple. Create a tuple with what? With the tuple function. So here, like previously, we already have created a list. So as you know, if I want to create the list, so we have the function what? We have the function list. If I want to create the set, so we have the function what? We have the function set. Similarly, if I want to create what? If I want to create the tuple, so we will have the function what? We will have the function tuple. So if I will just write this, then now if I want to check the type of what? Type of the T1. So type of the T1 is what? Type of the T1 is tuple. If you have, let's suppose we have L1 list, L1 10, comma 20, comma 30, comma 40. So we have created one list. Now I want to create a tuple with the help of this list. So how we can create the tuple with the help of the list? T2 is equal to tuple. T2 is equal to tuple in bracket list. So if I run this one, now if you go and check the value of the T2, so what is the value of the tuple? Value of the tuple is 10, comma 20, comma 30, comma 40. If you already have some elements like T3 I want to create, T3 is equal to open close bracket, and then if I want to write here Mumbai, then Delhi, comma 10, comma 20, comma true. So if I run this one, so now if you check the value of the T3, so the value of T3 is what? Value of the T3 is Mumbai, Delhi, 1020 true. Now if I will write here T4, I will try to create one more tuple. So T4 is equal to, I will write here 5, comma 15, comma 25, comma 35. Now if I run this one, so here also if I try to check the value of the T4, so the value of the T4 is tuple. So here as you have seen, we have created the tuple with the help of two, three different ways. One is we already have the list. Using the list, we want to create the tuple, so we can create the tuple. If we have some element using that, if we want to create the tuple, so we can simply use the parenthesis with the element and we can create the tuple. And if we are not using parenthesis, then also we don't have any problem. It tuple will create smoothly without any error. Now after that, here creating an empty tuple, that we already know. If we want to create the empty tuple, we can simply use the function what? We can simply use the function tuple. Now after that, creating the tuple with the help of the parenthesis, that also we have seen. Creating a tuple without parenthesis, that also we have seen. create a tuple with the heterogeneous element. So as I already told you, what is the meaning of the homogeneous and what is the meaning of the heterogeneous? Like here, if you just focus on this tuple, so we have created one tuple, and here this is a string, this is a string, this is integer, this is integer, and this is Boolean value. So here, if you see, we have created the tuple with the help of different type of variables. So that property is called what? That property is called the heterogeneous property. So because of that reason, we are saying we can create the tuple. We can create the tuple using the homogeneous element or heterogeneous element. Like here, if you see this one, this is what? This is called the homogeneous element. Why? Because all the element having same type, all the element having the same type. And after that we have this one, this tuple. This is basically what? This is having the tuple with the different data type. So this is the homogeneous and this is heterogeneous. Now after that, create a tuple with the single element. Yes, this is important. Important means this is very important. Actually, important means especially for the interview point of view, this is important. So, how it will be? So, as I already explained you, if I want to create a tuple, we can use what? We can use the parenthesis. Now, what I am going to do, I am going to create another tuple with the help of the parenthesis, and in this parenthesis, I will just put only one element. So I have put only one element, T5 is equal to parenthesis 25. I have run this line, and now after that I want to check the type of the T5. The type of the T5 is what? So here you can see the type of the T5 is not showing tuple. It is showing what? It is showing integer. This is the main point where we basically where the interviewer can create a problem. So here T5 is equal to, when the interviewer will tell you ki if I have one element and I want to create a tuple, so how we can create the tuple? So definitely if we will simply use the parenthesis with one element, then it will not create the tuple. It will create either integer or a string or boolean, whatever the value you are using. But if you want to create if you want to create the tuple using only one element, so we need to write the element, and after that we need to put one comma. Now if you see, I have run this T5 25 comma. Now if you check the value of the T5, means data type of the T5. So what is the data type of the T5? Data type of the T5 is tuple. So this is important thing. Please remember. Now after that, append element in the tuple. So how we can add the element in the tuple? Sorry. So we have this element 258. One tuple is there. I want to append some element in existing tuple. So using simply plus sign, we can append the element. Like here, if we will have, let's suppose I have T4. Correct. What is the value of the T4? The value of the T4 is this. Now what I want to do, I will write here T4 plus and I will write here 10 comma 20 comma 30. And if we check here, so simply with the help of the plus symbol, we can easily concatenate what? We can easily concatenate two different tuples. Now after that, tuple indexing, as you guys already know, because see, slowly when you will basically do practice on all the data types. So most of the things are basically same as the previous data type. So like here, tuple indexing is nothing but fetching the specific element from the existing tuple by using the index number. This is exactly same thing what we have done in the list. So if we have the tuple, tuple support both forward indexing as well as backward indexing. If we want to get the element with the help of the forward indexing, then forward indexing is start from where? Forward indexing is start from 0, and backward indexing is start from where? Backward indexing is start from -1. Okay, so this is not new. This is everyone knows. So now here, if I go and check, we have this T3, correct? So T3, what is the value of the T3? The value of the T3 is this. If I want to get the value Delhi, if I want to get the value Delhi, so T3 and in square bracket 0 and 1. So it will give me value what? It will give me the value Delhi. Similarly, if I want to get the Delhi using the backward indexing, currently here I have used the forward indexing. If I want to get the Delhi with the help of the backward indexing, so -1, -2, -3 and -4. So we'll get the same value. So this is the property where we are saying that tuple supports both forward indexing as well as backward indexing. After that, slicing also, as you know, the same thing what we have done in the list. Here also, if I will write T3 and 0 colon 3. 0 colon 3 means the slicing will start from index 0. Slicing will start from index 0 and end to index 2. Correct? So please, I believe that you guys are doing practice properly. So here, whenever either the list or the tuple, whenever we are working with the slicing, so the first index we are including and last indexing we are ignoring. So we are taking the value from 0 to 3. So 0, 1, 2, 3. So if I run this one, so I will get the value what? 0, 1, 2. Mumbai, Delhi and 10. Okay. Now after that, tuple concatenation I already explained you. We can easily concatenate two different tuple and we will get the final tuple. After that, concatenate tuple as nested tuple. What is this one? Basically, here, if we have one tuple, tuple 2 and tuple 3, and what we want to do, let's suppose here, please understand carefully this point. Let's suppose I will check T4. What is T4? The value of T4 is this, and value of T3 is this. Now, what I want to do, one thing is the concatenation T4 plus T5. T4 plus T5, and I will create another tuple T6. So now if I check the value of the T6, so the value of the T6 is what? Sorry, मैंने गलत लिखा T4 and T3. Okay, so now if I check the value of the T6, so here you will get all the element of the T4 and all the element of what? T3. So this is the concatenation. And in concatenation, whatever the element you have in the T4 and whatever the element you have in T3, all the element you will get here, and here there is no issue. There is no issue about the duplicate, because if you remember in set, the last session, what we have discussed in set not allow duplicate items, correct? But tuple allow duplicate item. So here, even if you have same item here, same item in T3, then that item will come two times. There is no problem. So this is what, this one is the concatenation. Now after that, one more thing. Let's suppose I will write T7 is equal to what here T7 is equal to one tuple I want to create. So I will create the tuple T4, comma, plus T3, comma. Now if I run this one and after that if I go and check the value of the T7, so the value of the T7 is what? The value of the T7 is kind of nested tuple. So here in interview, what the question you will get, if someone has created the tuple with normal concatenation. Okay. If someone has created the tuple with normal concatenation, then means what the question you can get in interview, that I am trying to tell you. If T4 has four element, please listen carefully. If T4 has four element and T3 has three element, then when this command will run, then total how many element we will get in T6. Then like here itself you can see how many element we have in T4. How many element we have in T4?
4.
Four element. How many element we have in T3? How many element we have in T3?
5.
5. Correct. So when I will run this one T4 plus T3, then if you check the T6, so how many number of element we have in T6? Total
9.
5 plus 4, 9. Okay. Now, if I am trying to concatenate using this kind of method, okay, then here if I ask you what is the length of the T7? What is the length of the T7? Can anyone tell me what is the length of the T7? Can anyone tell me what will be the length of the, if you see the T7 tuple, then you can easily understand total what is the length. See, this is one complete tuple, and in this tuple, this is how many element we have? This is first element and this is second element. So if I try to check the length of T7, so length of the T7 is what? Length of the T7 is only 2. This is called what? This is called the nested tuple. Nested tuple means if I want to get the Delhi, okay, please understand. If I want to get the Delhi, so first of all, what is the index of this element? What is the index of this element? Total number of element, how many we have here? How many total number of element we have? यार ये तो दिख रहा है ना यहाँ पे. मैं आपको मन से थोड़ी बताना, फॉर्मूला लगा के बताओ. How many element we have here?
2.
Two element. So इसका मतलब है कि the first element index will be what?
0.
0. Second element index will be 1. So if I will write here T7 square bracket 1. So what it will give me? It will give me the complete second element. Now I want to get what? Delhi. So I will write here one more square bracket. What is the index of this? 0, 1. So if you run this one, then you will get what? You will get the Delhi. So this kind of property in tuple, even not only the tuple, we have this kind of thing in list also. That is called what? That is called the nested tuple. Tuple inside the tuple. Okay, so maybe you can get this kind of question in interview. This is very simple. First of all, you just focus on this. This is the first, this is the main tuple, And inside this tuple, you can see this is one tuple, this is another tuple. So we have total how many element? We have total two element. If I will write here something like this, let's suppose if I copy this one and I create here T8 is equal to, and now here I will write 20 comma 30 comma 40. Now you tell me, can anyone tell me what is the length of the T5? What is the length of the T5? Simple,
5. 5.
5, correct? Na? So if you have length of what? T8. So you will get what? 5. If I ask you, I want to get this element, what would be the index of this? So you can simply tell T8. First you need to check this element in which this element is the part of which element? This element is the part of the first element.
First element.
So here 0. Now you reach to the first element. Now you want to get this one. So 0, 1, 2, 3. So if you will write here 3, then you will get what? You will get the value 35. So using this, we can basically get the element of what? Get the element of the nested tuple. Now after that tuple multiplication or repetition, this is the same as the list, because as I told you, these all are collection. So most of the feature, most of the feature are same. Let's suppose we will take T4. So T4 into 3. Then it will simply repeat the element how many times? Repeat the element 3 times. Now after that we have the function all any. If you remember, I already explained you these functions. All means what? If all are non-zero, if all are non-zero, then you will get what? True. Otherwise you will get false. Any means what? If all are zero, if all are zero, then only false. Otherwise, if 1, 2, 3, there is no matter. If any tuple, if all are zero or false, then only false. Otherwise, true. Okay. Clear है ना ये? All and any. Clear, guys? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now after that, the function length that you guys already know. Everywhere we are getting the length. Now after that, we have the count. Count, this function return the count of the occurrence of the specific element. So like here, if we have this, now if I will write here T9, T9 is equal to what? This. Now if you try to check the value, any value, T9 dot count, and I want to find out the count of the 10. So count of the 10 is 0. There is no 10 in the T9. Okay, so we have basically used what? This one. So if I try to find the count of 5, then here I will get in T9 5, how many times we have? 3 times. Count function is to get the count or get the occurrence of the element in the tuple. Membership, this you guys already know. So like here, if I want to find out 10 in T9, it will basically give you what? It will give you true or false. This is called what? In, as you guys already know, we already using many times. In is the membership. It is basically giving you this is member of this or not. Now after that we have max and min. This is the simple function. This you guys already know. What is the meaning of the max? Max, it will give you the maximum value of the tuple. Min, it will give you minimum value of the tuple. Sorted also, you guys already know. We already have used in the list as well. Sorted means if we will write here sorted tuple, then it will basically sort the element what we have in the tuple. Like here, if I will check the value of the T9. So the value of the T9 is this. If we will write here sorted, sorted and T9, and if you will run this one, then now you can see all the element is basically we are getting in the sorted order. And if you want to do the sorting reverse, then you can write here comma reverse is equal to true. Like here, comma reverse is equal to true. Then it will give you sorting in the reverse order. Now after that we have the sum. Sum you guys already know. Like max, min, it will give you sum. So like here if we, because we already have number, so I can write here sum and in bracket what? T9. Then it will give me what? It will give me sum of all the numbers. Compare, this is not much useful function because this you will not get this kind of problem where you have to compare two tuple where we have mixed value, means we have the number, we have the string like that. But this is one function we have compare. So it will basically what? It will compare the two tuples and it will give you what? It will give you the answer. Like here, let's suppose T9. So CMP, what? Compare, na? CMP and T T9 or T8. राइट आई थिंक ये फंक्शन ही नहीं है यहाँ पे अभी इन द न्यू पाइथन आई थिंक वी डोंट हैव this one, this keyword, so leave it. Now after that we have the del function. This is everywhere we will get the del function. So if we want to delete any variable, we can delete the variable. Reverse, this function will reverse the tuple and give new tuple. This is the same thing what we can use if we don't want to use right this kind of thing. Okay, so sorted function, basically it will work for both sorting in the ascending order as well as descending order, and this function is only for the descending order. We can replace the element of the list but not in the tuple. Okay, because if you remember at the starting slide, I already told you tuple is immutable. Okay. Please remember tuple is immutable, list is mutable, string is immutable. Okay. Converting tuple to the list, converting list to the tuple, these all are the easy. Simply, let's suppose if you have this T9, correct? T9 is what? T9 is the tuple. Now I want to convert this to the list. So simply you can write, now here you can see this is converted to what? This is converted to list. The only difference is it is enclosed by the parenthesis and this is enclosed by the square bracket. Converting tuple to the string. So if we have this kind of tuple and we want to create the string, so we can use this what? Dot join function and tuple. Convert a string to the tuple. So let's suppose if we have T1 is equal to what? If we have str is equal to Mumbai. And now if we want to convert this to the tuple, tuple is equal to str. So here you will get what? You will get element, means you will get actually, a string is what? A string is the collection of characters. Okay, always remember a string is the collection of characters. So when you want to create the tuple, so it explode in the characters, and because of that reason we are getting this. Tuple packaging, tuple unpacking. If you remember, we already have done that kind of thing in the this list also. Tuple packing means if you can create the tuple and all the element you can write. So it is basically what? All the element represent by one variable. So it is called what? It is called the packaging. Similarly, we have what? Similarly, we have the unpack also. Now, nested tuple we already know. Difference between the tuple and list. So here, please see this one. List means the literal syntax. Actually, here in the list, we are getting the list with in the list element is enclosed by square bracket. Tuple is enclosed by parenthesis. List is mutable. Tuple is what? Tuple is immutable. List has the variable length. Tuple has what? Tuple has the fixed length, because once we have created the tuple, after that we cannot do any changes. Because of that reason, its length is fixed. The list provide more functionality than the tuple. The tuple provide less functionality than the list. If you remember, even when I started explanation on the collection variable, that time itself I told you there are three type of variables which basically we are going to deal with frequently. One is a string, second one is the list, and third one is the dictionary. Set and tuple rarely we are using. And the list is used in the scenario which we need to store a simple collection with no, ये सब आप जो है पढ़ लीजिएगा. The list are less memory efficient than the tuple. The tuple are more memory efficient because of the immutable. Okay, so this is the difference between the list and tuple. So now we will see some questionnaire. So slowly we are reaching to the finish of the collection data type. So only one collection data types is pending, that is the dictionary. That also we will finish in the next session. After that, we will come to next important part of the Python. Then slowly we will start ArcPy. So the question is, a tuple in Python is, what is the answer?
Immutable collection.
Immutable collection. Very good. Tuples are created using
Parenthesis. C.
parentheses. Example of a tuple is,
C.
example of the tuple is C.
C.
Tuples are
Immutable.
immutable. Which function returns the number of element in a tuple?
C count.
Please read carefully. Which function returns the number of elements in a tuple?
Count. Na?
नहीं.
Length.
Count will give you
Length.
the number of, count is give you number of occurrence of the particular element. Correct? Count is giving you number of occurrence of the particular element in the tuple. Like here, if you see this one, na, T9 dot count, it will give you the count of what? Count of 5. What we are talking in the question, which
Length.
function return the length? Correct? Total number of element. So for that we have the function what? Length. Length will give you the total number of element. Indexing in tuple starts from
0.
0. Negative indexing is start from
-1.
which method returns the number of occurrence of an element?
अभी count है.
हाँ, ये अभी काउंट है. Which method returns index of an element? ये हम लोग ने किया था ना लिस्ट वगैरह में इंडेक्स करके, है ना.
Index.
अभी let's suppose here if we will try to find T9 dot index, and I will write here what 5. then it will give you what is the index of the 5. Index of the 5 is 0, means पहला ही element है 5. We can cross check 5. If I will write here 15, then it will give me the index 1. So tuple allows duplicate values only when you value क्या आएगा? What is this? What is the answer of this? Tuple allows I already
Duplicate
uh,
values.
duplicate values. Tuples can store only number, only string, multiple data
Multiple data
types,
types.
Multiple data types.
multiple data type. Tuple elements can be accessed using
Index.
why loop से नहीं कर सकते क्या? We can access the element with the help of the index and with the help of
Loop as
loop as well. Like here, we have the T9, correct? So T9 थोड़ा बड़ा हो गया, इसको हम लोग लेते हैं T3. So if I want to get any element, so I can get the element with the help of the index. If I want to get one by each and every element, so I can simply go to the loop, and here I will write print A, then it will print one by one. Mumbai, Delhi, this is this. So the answer will be C, both A and B. Tuple slicing uses. What is the answer? Tuple slicing uses what? सेम है ना, लिस्ट की जैसे ही तो है.
B.
B. Which of the following is immutable?
Tuple.
Tuple.
Tuple. Which operator concatenate tuple?
A.
A. Which operator repeats tuple element?
B.
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 A tuple with single element must
Comma.
include comma.
Comma.
Example of the single element tuple.
B.
Tuple are faster than list because
They are immutable.
They are immutable.
Immutable.
nested tuple means what?
Tuple inside another.
Tuple inside another tuple. Which keyword checks membership in tuple?
In.
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 Tuple unpacking means assign values to multiple variable. Which function return maximum value?
I.
Max.
Max. Sorry.
Which function return minimum value?
In.
Minimum hours.
Tuples are ordered, unordered, random, fixed.
Unordered.
Tuple are ordered, na?
Ordered.
Tuple comes under the ordered sequence. Okay, so thank you for joining the session.